Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Uh, Let me introduce Professor Takuya Maekawa from the Graduate School of Information and Technology of the University of Osaka. And also I want to welcome Dr. Momoe Sukegawa from the same group, postdoc. This year they were so kind to host me in the laboratories for 3 months during my PhD internship in Japan. It was amazing. They provided me with everything, big screens, desk, gaming chair. They brought me for field work in the north of Japan, where I lived my best sushi experience and sashimi experience. And the talk of today, I think is very interesting because it's AI applied on movement ecology. Okay, I think it's really interesting because we are in the AI revolution, in the middle of this revolution, and there are really big concern about the consumption of water and energy for training and inference with AI. Okay, but you have to remember that as every kind of technological development, there is another side of the research that is about optimization. Okay, so optimizing algorithms to make them more efficient, and with them optimize our work, our data collection. Okay, so this talk will be about how to optimize an AI and to reduce it at the minimum level to make it work on a biologger. Okay, and with these techniques we can gather more data more efficiently. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the introduction. Thank you very much for coming. I'm Takuya from Osaka, Japan. And first, I'd like to introduce myself briefly. So after I got PhD from, actually, I'm a information scientist. And I got PhD, also information science and technology from the Osaka University. And then I moved to NTT. So NTT is a Japanese telephone company. And so I worked for NTT as a researcher. And then I started kind of research on human activity recognition by using wearable sensors attached to the people. And then after that, so I moved to the University of Osaka, and then I expanded research focus from only human to animals. And so, in brief, so my research topic is real world oriented AI. So by sensing, understanding, and forecasting real world, so we want to create future smarter life. And so for this purpose, so we develop various context recognition techniques such as interpositioning and activity behavior recognition. And so today, so I focus on this topic. And so especially, so I'd like to introduce our research about animal behavior. But before that, I briefly introduce my human study. So this is just the introduction of my recent study. And so we are now mainly focusing on recognition of factory work. So we attach a sensor device to factory workers to recognize or analyze their work behavior or activities. And so it has a lot of applications such as estimating production capability or bottleneck detection in line production system. And so, there are some challenges in factory work activity recognition, such as complexity of data or limited public data set. So, because factories or companies do not want to disclose data, so it is difficult to conduct research on such topic. So therefore, so we also developed a kind of large scale data set of packaging works. And so, yeah, it has a kind of, how to say, very large multimodal data set with depth sensor, IMU, IoT enabled devices such as barcode scanner or something. And so they are fully labeled and so very long. And so, how to say, they are collected from subjects. They are actually worked for logistics centers such as Amazon. And so, yeah, if you are interested in analyzing IMU data, so yeah, please also check it. Okay, and so, yeah, next year I'd like to introduce my animal study. So I have a kind of research project with biology and neuroscience people. And so the purpose is to, how to say, reveal so the secret of animal behavior. For example, this is GPS sensor data attached to share water. And so the colony is here, very small island. And so it can travel about 500 kilometers to catch fish, and then can go back to the colony. And this is an example video. And so there is, how to say, no visual cue, so no landmark, but so they can, how to say, successfully go back to the colony. And so it is, impossible for us without Google Maps or something. But so, so like that, so, how to say, animals have a very great ability of navigation, and so we are interested in such behavior. But so, how to say, how to understand animal behavior. So we believe that various internal or external factors affect their behaviors. And so I believe that for information scientists, so we believe that AI or sensing technologies for, how to say, sensing their behaviors, as well as internal or external factors in the wild, as well as analysis method to, how to say, uncover the relationship between them. And so, as information scientists, so we develop kind of AI-assisted techniques for enhancing so sensing and analysis in the animal navigation studies. And so, first, I'd like to introduce the sensing part, so AI-assisted biology. So, as you know, so biology is a kind of a great research method enabling us to sense fine-grained animal data. And so, recently we can attach sensor device with various sensor data modalities such as GPS, camera, microphone, and so on. And so, and this is our device. Sorry, today I forgot to bring it, but so it has various sensors such as acceleration, gyro, magnetic, water pressure, GPS. And so it also has camera and microphone. And so this is a say device for seabird, and only about 23 or 25 gram with waterproof. And so we attached our device to the backbone, seagull. And so based on the device, so we developed various techniques, AI-assisted biology techniques. And so this is first version, so AI biologger that automatically records specific behaviors. So as I said, so our device has a video, and so video data provide a kind of intuitive behavior understanding for biologists. Also, the problem is so limited battery life. So it is the power consumption is much larger than other sensors. And so in the case of our device, so the recording time is only 2 hours when we record the video. And so it is almost impossible to record a kind of meaningful behavior. So therefore, and so our solution is to turn on camera when necessary. So yeah, based on my research on human, so we developed a kind of activity recognition technique based on AI. And so based on that, so we propose a kind of activity-aware camera control. So we control on-off states of camera based on animal behavior recognition. So we analyze acceleration data on the device in real time. And so AI analyzes. And so only when interesting behavior is observed, detected, we turn on camera. Otherwise, we turn off. By doing so, we can efficiently control, manage the battery of the device. And so this is a kind of overview of the method, but I explain in brief. So we develop our device based on supervised machine learning. So therefore, in the beginning, so we train the AI model supervised by human. So this is an activity learning phase. So first we collect sensor data from animals, and then a biologist labels the data. For example, this segment corresponds to fly, or this segment corresponds to rest behavior. And then from the data, so we extract kind of statistical features such as magnitude or kind of frequency or something, and then construct a kind of feature vector with labels. And based on that, so we train behavior model. And so the model describes the kind of sensor data features for each behavior. And then after that, so we implement the model on the device. And then this is the kind of activity detection phase. So the device extract feature vector in real time, and by using the model, so they recognize behaviors. For example, this segment corresponds to rest, or this segment corresponds to fly. And based on this result, so we control camera. This is a kind of algorithm of the our method, but I don't explain today in detail. But so how to say, the problem is poor function of poor memory and CPU of the device. So yeah, because our device only has a very small battery, so we cannot use high functional microcontroller. So therefore, we developed a kind of behavior recognition method that works in very poor microcontroller. And so in brief, so we used decision tree to implement behavior recognition. So this is because, how to say, this is an example of decision tree. And so input is acceleration data. And so output is corresponding to leaf node, correspond their activity class, such as eat, fly, and so on. And so in decision tree, so we process the data according to the structure of the tree. And so because we need not to extract all the features when we use tree. So we only extract features located between leaf node and root node. So therefore, it is memory efficient. And also, in addition to this reason, so we also developed a method to construct accurate and lightweight decision tree by using modified random forest algorithm. So random forest algorithm is a kind of an algorithm to generate a kind of diverse trees randomly. And so based on this algorithm, so we create various structures of tree, and then we evaluate each tree according to their performance, behavior recognition performance, and memory consumption. And then we select the best one and implement this on the device. And so when we randomly generate trees, so we decrease the probability with which high cost features are used in the tree. And so in contrast, so we increase the probability with which low cost features are used in tree. By doing so, low cost features and low cost trees create randomly. And then after that, we select the best one. Like that, so we implement a kind of efficient behavior recognition model. And so we conducted field work at Aomori Prefecture, Japan. And this is a kind of small island, and Mark also visited. So this is our target, so black-tailed gulls. And so our collaborator, so biology researcher from Nagoya University, Japan. And so they are interested in kind of strategy also foraging behavior. So therefore, they labeled acceleration data according to this goal. But so have to say, this is an example of acceleration data. So and we can easily know that so this is a kind of flying behavior by watching acceleration and also GPS data. But so without camera, so it is very difficult to identify sensor data corresponding to foraging. So therefore, in this study, so they labeled a kind of randomly fluctuated segment as a target behavior. And then when decision tree detects this such kind of fluctuations, so we turn on video. Okay. And so device is attached to the back and chest like that. And this is a video automatically recorded by our device. And so, a flying gull, capture a flying insect while flying over the sea. And so, so because the wind is very strong over the sea, but so it identifies very small object from distant place, and they precisely control their flying direction. And so it also captured insect over the sea. And then after that, they dives many times. And they capture the kind of fish. And so, behavior of capturing insect over the sea was kind of fast discovery. So, and also has published it in a kind of journal. Okay. And so we also evaluated the efficiency of our method. So we prepared a kind of baseline method, very simple one, interval sampling. So I remember that 1 minute video recording and 4 minutes rest, and then 1 minute video recording. Such kind of interval sampling we use. And so we manually check if each video contains foraging behavior, and only 1.6% videos contain foraging behavior. But in our case, video recorded by our method contained 30%, the 30% of video contained target behavior. So therefore, how to say, in my experience, so how to say, important behavior is kind of how to say, not frequent, and it is almost impossible to record by using a kind of random method. So therefore, how to say, AI technique that can target important behavior can be a very how to say kind of necessary technique in such kind of animal behavior study. I believe. Okay, and so I'd like to introduce the next logger. So it automatically records rare behaviors. So the drawback of the previous logger is that, how to say, cost of preparing training data for AI. So yeah, it is very difficult in natural environments. So therefore, how to say, we created a biologger that automatically find interesting behaviors without supervision of biologists. So and so how to say, we are how to say, focusing on rare, infrequent behavior. So how to say, infrequent behaviors are how to say, difficult to observe. Therefore, how to say, it is possible that a new discovery is hidden in such a rare infrequent behavior. Therefore, we focus on infrequent behavior. And so to capture such infrequent behavior, so we use outlier detection technique. So outlier detection technique is a kind of technique to find a kind of irregular or how to say, strange data in how to say, in a pool of unlabeled data. So it is usually used in a kind of factory for manufacturer, so to detect a kind of malicious product. And so we use this technique to detect infrequent behavior. So input is same, so acceleration data, and so yeah, because it is very energy efficient, and so we have to say apply outlier detection technique to acceleration data in real time and detect outliers. And so this is a kind of process of our method. So first, so we should collect unlabeled data from target species, and then on computer, so we construct outlier detection model, and so it automatically how to say, identify a kind of abnormal pattern in data. But so the size of the outlier detector is very large, and it is difficult to implement on our device. Therefore, we use the kind of knowledge distillation technique to, how to say, construct a very small outlier detector. It is also a decision tree. And so, yeah, and then we implement the decision tree on the device. And then when the decision tree detects outlier behavior, so it starts recording the video. Okay, and we conducted experiment at the smaller island, Awashima Island, Niigata Prefecture, Japan. And so the target is so historic share waters. And so a colony of share waters are located at kind of steep cliff, and this is a nest of the bird. And so during night time, so we captured the bird and then attach the device on the bird back. And this is camera. And so, and then after that, so we return the bird to the nest. And then in the next morning, so they go to the sea to do something. Okay. And so, yeah, because so foraging behaviors are infrequent behavior, so our device recorded many foraging behaviors. And so yeah, enabling us to deeply analyze the foraging behavior. And so, yeah, this is a video, collected during a kind of foraging, a specific type of foraging behavior. And so, now it is, on the sea surface, and then deep several times, like this figure. And then dive vertically, and then capture fish, and then go back to the sea surface. And so, yeah, we could identify that. So they performed the dipping behavior several times, and then dive vertically. And so we consider that. So this is a kind of energy, I would say, saving strategy for foraging. So first, they perform dipping behavior to confirm if the fish is close to the bird or approaching to the bird. And then, yeah, if so, so they dive vertically. And so in order to save the energy related to foraging. And so by using so we recorded such kind of videos for about 7 or 8 years. And so we by using our supervised and unsupervised loggers. So by using by analyzing the collection of the videos, so we also analyze the kind of interaction between fish prey and other fish. And so I'd like to introduce one ecological discovery from our video. And so we this is they are examples of our video. And so we usually find in recent videos, so we usually identify kind of dolphin fish in the video. And so and this is an example video collected recently. And so let's see, yeah, you can identify many dolphin fish and also prey, Japanese anchovy. And so I say maybe watch this video. So we considered that so dolphin fish disrupt seabirds capturing Japanese anchovy. And so originally, so Japanese anchovies living in at the south part of Japan. But so because of the global warming, so they are migrating to the north. And so this is a kind of this graph shows the amount of captured dolphin fish around the colony of the seabird and gradually increasing. And so this graph shows the relationship between the duration of foraging trip and the amount of dolphin fish. And so we could identify kind of kind of positive relationship between them. And so this result indicates that the availability of dolphin fish can affect the how to say, increase the, how to say, energy cost of foraging trip by seabird. So like that, so how to say, by analyzing the kind of, how to say, this kind of video, so we could find the kind of, how to say, effect of global warming on the, how to say, energy cost of foraging behavior of this seabird. Okay. And so this is a kind of recent study. And so a biologist for playback experiment in the wild. So yeah, as you know, so a playback experiment is a powerful tool for understanding animal behaviors and enabling causal inference. For example, we can understand the kind of predator-prey interaction or human-animal relationships. But so, how to say, and so this study focuses on audio playback experiment. So researchers how to say, observe animals and manually plays recorded sound at appropriate timing. For example, by pushing a button or something. But so it has a kind of spatial limitations, so only at observable area or not possible in the wild. So so based on our AI system, so we implemented a kind of AI playback system on biologa. So by using acceleration data, so we automatically identify behaviors in real time. And so then kind of how to say target behavior is observed. So we play kind of specific sound. And so in this example, so we detect flying behavior of seagull. And then when it is detected, so we play a sound of predator call or noise, white noise. And then at the same time, so we turn on camera and GPS sensor to how to say analyze the response in detail. And so yeah, we collected acceleration data, GPS, and video to analyze the response. And this is our device. So it has a speaker and camera, and also very small. And we conducted this experiment at Aomori Prefecture, Japan again, and so targeted seagull. And this is an example video. So we sorry, sound is not played, so. Sorry, only on this PC. So very small reaction. So yeah, like that, we can play sound and then record the response. This is another video. We detected flying and then play the sound. I think in this case, yeah, it is surprising and so changing the behavior. Okay. And so I turn off the sound. Sorry. Okay. And so we could analyze kind of sensor data collected before and after the stimulation. And so each their result of acceleration kind of movement intensity and the kind of speed difference and kind of head movement by image data. And so each point, for example, in this case, so each point shows kind of movement intensity before stimulation and after stimulation. And so in the case of acceleration data, so we could not, and also speed data, so we could not identify kind of statistical difference before and after the stimulation. So in the case of how to say image analysis. So yeah, because after we play sound, so a bird try to find a kind of predator, and then how to say we could find a kind of intense head movement after the stimulation. But so how to say, because of course there are no predators, so therefore they do not change. For example, the moving direction or something, they do not perform escaping behavior. Therefore, how to say, we could not identify a kind of how to say difference between before and after the stimulation in acceleration GPS. Okay. But this is a kind of very conceptual experiment, and so we need to find a kind of meaningful result. Okay. And so today I introduced our research related to seabird. But we also conducted experiments by using various animals. Okay. And so as for analysis part, so I'd like to quickly introduce. So so we are developing a kind of biologist-friendly analysis platform. So our ultimate goal is how to say just inputting observed data, so we output kind of meaningful results. And so this is an example of our how to say analysis platform. And so this is implemented for comparative analysis of animal behavior trajectories. For example, comparative analysis between female and male seabird. And so just inputting how to say big data of female and male seabirds. So we this platform automatically identify characteristic behavior in female or male seabird and then highlight it in red. And so it helps how to say understanding a kind of big data of animals. So I think recently, so how to say, we can collect kind of a lot of data from animals because of the advance in biology technologies. But so it is almost impossible to manually analyze it one by one. So it was kind of how to say kind of basic analysis method, manual analysis, and so how to say they visually inspect collected data and then propose a hypothesis and validate it. But recently it is really difficult. And instead of this method, so we first we feed big data of animal behavior into deep learning model. And so we use the how to say ability of feature learning of the deep model to how to say identify kind of how to say meaningful pattern in data. And in our case, so in the case of comparative analysis, so a kind of characteristic behavior in each comparative group. And so we, as I showed, so we visually how to say present kind of how to say what neural network runs, and then it helps how to say proposing a kind of new hypothesis by biologists. Okay, and so as I said, this is a kind of example of comparative analysis. And so how to achieve this kind of visualization or how to say highlight. And so our idea is how to say a neural network trained to classify input trajectory into, in this case, female or male class learns, obtain the kind of, how to say, characteristics of, so, how to say, behavior for each class, for example, female or male. So by analyzing the inside of neural network, so we can achieve this kind of visualization. And so in this study, so we focus on attention mechanism. So it is also used in recent transformer technique. And so this architecture enables to explicitly output focused regions in data, important regions in data. So this is an example of let's say text generation neural network for image. So when we input image, so it outputs description about the image. And so this heat map is an example of attention output when the model outputs a word of frisbee. And so we can know that the model focuses on this area, frisbee. And so we apply this on time series data, behavior data. So like this, this is an input, for example, speed data. And then this is a time series of attention. So this means that neural network focuses on these time steps to analyze the data. And so therefore we directly use the attention output to highlight the behavior data. And to help understanding the meaning of highlight, so we also calculate correlation between attention values and handcrafted features computed comprehensively. And then it can it is a function to help understanding the meaning of the attention. And so and I would like to introduce this one example. So this is an analysis on beetle. And this is a crop pest in Japan. And so an interesting behavior of this beetle is a kind of mimics being dead. This feeling when it encounters a predator. In this case, spider. And so my collaborator has two strains, S strain and L strain. And S means short duration of this feeling. So it does not perform this feeling usually the frequency of this feeling is very short. And so L strain means a long duration of this feeling. So it always usually perform this feeling. And so the goal is to find the difference in movements between them. And so this is an example output of our method. And so L strain and S strain result, and it seems that the network focuses on a kind of curve in the trajectory. And so from this result, we consider that S strain beetles work with more angle changing. Therefore, we calculate a kind of statistic value describing the angle of curve in the trajectory, and we could find a kind of significant difference between them. And so from these results, our research collaborator considered that S strain beetles, it does not perform this feigning, evolutionarily select survival strategy of changing angle during escape. Instead, when it is encounters the spider, so it change the angle to escape from the spider. And so this kind of strategy can avoid a kind of extinction by diversifying the kind of escaping strategies. Yeah, like that. So how to say, by just inputting, feeding data into the model, so it output a kind of, how to say, an important segment to deeply analyze. Okay. So yeah, to this, yeah, because of time, so I didn't explain. But so yeah, we applied our method to various animals. Okay, and yeah, today, so I introduced my AI related study. Yeah, AI assisted sensing and analysis. And so, yeah, I believe that they are necessary tools for extending the capacity of researchers to uncover secrets of animal behaviors. And so I believe that in near future, so we send smarter AI researchers to extreme environment and conduct research instead of us. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Questions? Preguntas?
Thank you very much for this interesting talk. I was wondering, many of the animal behavior studies now are trying to predict behavior by sequencing some actions. And I think, do you think it's possible by using your data to predict the behavior? Because sometimes there is some flickering in the movements or in the state of the animals that predict the behavior is going to do.
So how to say, in the case of seabird, how to say, condition, so GPS signal very good, and so how to say, yeah, kind of no noise, not so how to say serious. But so how to say, yeah, the trajectories, yeah, almost how to say, I'm not sure. I'm not a biologist, but so yeah, it looks very random, and so yeah, very difficult to predict. But so how to say,
From some physiological
yeah,
studies, for example, maybe you can predict whether an animal is going to rest or not, or is stressed or not.
Yeah, how to say, in our research, so yeah, we have not yet conduct such kind of prediction, because how to say, it is not, how to say, it is not clear how to use the result of prediction. So do you have a good example of how to use the result of prediction in animal research?
Well, for example, animals that hibernate normally is going to a physiological state just before hibernation.
Yeah.
And there are some, let's say, some flickering of the data on respiration or heart rate that allows you to predict when they will start hibernation. Predict before, not just to everything in real time.
That's what I have to say. If
It was just
but okay. That's what I have to say. If one of the drawback of the device, our device, is a kind of how to say latency of how to say starting the camera. So yeah, after we send how to say a command to the command of so the recording to the camera. So I think it is about 4 or 5 seconds delay of starting the recording. And so yeah, sometimes so our devices miss kind of important thing.
Yeah.
So if in real time we can precisely predict such kind of important behavior. So yeah, I think we can improve the how to say efficiency of our video device. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, very good question.
It's just but first, a very nice work and presentation. Thank you very much. It's a curiosity question. Which predator were you playbacking, which are the,
Ah,
like, but they were only eaten by the, sorry, this is not my
Yes,
field, but I
yes.
thought they were
No,
just
no.
eaten by sharks.
Yeah, so,
And,
let's see, yeah.
I was curious
I
to-
cannot remember the English name of the.
It was kind of a raptor.
Yeah, yes.
Like a horse.
Yeah.
So they also go to sea, like they,
Yes,
And so, yeah.
I don't know in Japan,
Mm.
but it sounded like a raptor.
Yes.
and they are commonly predated by these other birds.
To our knowledge, gulls are only predated by bonelli seagull.
Okay, sure.
Some female of peregrine falcon can play.
Peregrine. Maybe it was a peregrine falcon, not a
Here
kestrel.
actually in Mallorca is Morales. Ovarada.
Okay.
Maybe depending on the area, I think.
You put these devices on pollinators, or they cannot be done so small. Pollinators, other insects, as it does, for example, bees.
Yeah, how to say. Let's say, minimum size of the device actually is about 23 gram. And so, how to say. So, yeah, our device has a kind of battery and so microcontroller. So, therefore, sorry, I share the. Also, how to say. Yeah, it is not our study, but how to say, for example, RFID tag without battery can be attached to very small animals. But so how to say, the problem is we should also install a kind of RFID reader to sense the, how to say, signals from RFID tag. So how to say, yeah, RFID tag can work without battery. Therefore, very, say, we can make a very small device. But so how to say, drawback is how to say, we should also install a kind of device to scan the RFID tag in the environment. But we don't have such a kind of experience.
Okay, thank you.
Is it, and would you say that your unsupervised algorithm performed better at the end than the supervised?
Yeah, it is very difficult to compare. So how to say, yes, supervised method has a kind of target behavior, right? Such as foraging or something. But so in the case of unsupervised device, yeah, we do not have a clear target. Right? Just finding a kind of strange behavior. Therefore, how to say, it is difficult to, how to say, capture target behavior. But so, I hope that we can capture unexpected and interesting behavior by using this.
So in this case, it was just randomly that the foraging behavior is the supervised target, but also the unexpected or unusual behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
So how to say? I think how to say? First, we by using this device, we find a kind of interesting behavior, and so based on the collected data, we construct a supervised model to target that behavior. This is one, how to say, way to use these devices. So if we can find a interesting behavior, so we focus on that by using supervised method.
That's all. Thank you very much.